The organisation started by a gentleman called Phil Kirby, and he noticed that there was a need for this in Talbot County. He started it out of his home. It was completely volunteer run. I think they had like under 10 mentors when they first started. It was a very grassroots, organic organisation, and it grew from there. The first executive director they actually hired was Nancy Andrew, who now runs Habitat for Humanity, and she was here for 8 years. So she really, as well as Phil Kirby, got the organisation off the ground. It's not like other volunteering. You really, you have to commit to a kid. So it's not something people might read an article in the paper and be like, I'm going to do that. We have found that it takes people 3 to 5 times hearing about us before they approach us or come to us. So people, the idea might cement in someone's mind and they might be like, oh, I'd love to do that. My kids have just left home. I'd like to do it. And the idea's there, but they don't act on it straight away. We find that then they might hear something on the radio. Then they might go to one of our fundraising events. Then they might meet someone in their neighbourhood who's mentoring a kid. And then they come to us. So it takes people a little bit of time before they commit. And that's actually what we want. And we have been so lucky in the last year. I mean, we're doing 5 matches a month. We are having people literally walk through the door and say, I want to be a mentor. And a lot of that is because we have had a lot of new mentors come on board, and our most powerful recruitment tool is word of mouth from people doing it, who love it, and are getting more out of it than the kid. So they talk to people and they're like, I came on board to help the kid, but I am getting so much more out of this relationship, I feel bad. So once people hear that and they hear that the kid just wants to be with you and you don't have to do special stuff, you can just literally do your chores. I had a kid with me the other day and we went to the post office, I took them to the bank, pretty boring stuff, right? He thought it was the best day ever. So, our mentors see the kids once a week. That tends to go down as the kid gets older. So when kids are elementary school, it's about once a week. But then if that kid, once they're in high school, if they're playing a school sport, their time is limited. So sometimes it goes to once every 2 weeks or once a month as they get older. But at the initial stage, it's once a week, about 2 hours a week. And people, as I said, do sometimes just take kids along with them to do chores. They go to and hang out at their house, cook a meal together, have dinner. Another one of our mentors has organised for her little girl to do art classes at the art academy. So she takes her from school and they do the art class together and then they go have dinner, and that's what they do every week. So, it's really varied. As
living.
Yeah, they're just having fun, and usually when kids are busy, they talk. So if you're just sitting down, sometimes it's awkward, right? It's like being on a date at a restaurant. It's awkward. But if you're doing a woodwork project together or a painting together or fishing or canoeing or taking your dog for a walk, kids talk more. As I said, it costs $2,500 per kid in the program to provide the support for the relationship to ensure that it lasts, and to provide the quality programs to make sure we're taking the right kids in and finding the right adults. So that whole science that you called it behind the match takes a lot of time and resources of the staff and organisation to get it right, and then the ongoing support, and then all of the extracurricular programs and activities that we offer to support those matches as well that we talked about. So my favourite thing to do is match a kid and a mentor. Matches are amazing. Like, you can imagine, you've got it's all a bit like a date, a bit stressful because the mentor's nervous, the family's nervous, the kid's nervous, but just to watch them start to get to know each other and realise that they're there for each other, and you can't put a price on that. And that's really what this program's about, is about, matching kids with an adult who's able to open up the world for them and show them different things and different experiences. And mentors get to see that nearly every week, because if you're mentoring a kid and you know, doing things with them they haven't done before. I mean, that's cool. Like being able to see kids have that first experience doing something, it's, you know, it's awesome.